who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
This is the Ears to Ever After podcast, your source for Disney news, planning tips, and information about all things Disney. Ears to Ever After is hosted by Ellie and co-hosted by Beth. Welcome to our show.
Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. It's Monday.
Hello.
you gonna say anything?
Yes, I just did.
Oh, okay. Happy Monday again. Alright, so we're really sorry, but last night just got away from us. He worked all weekend, and I have just gotten back from a birthday weekend out of town, and we just didn't have it in us to record last night, so we are really sorry about that. But we are bringing you a fun one tonight, and I think hopefully it'll make up for the lack of the episode last night. So tonight we are going to do a top 5 favorite restaurants and least favorite restaurants at all of Disney World.
So let the controversy begin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Because we all love things, we all hate things, we all have different tastes, different opinions, we all have different situations that happen to us at some of these places.
Yeah, so there is definitely a lot of kind of weird ones on here. But again, and these are a mix of both quick service and table service restaurants. So we're bringing you this list. I know we did a top worst and best table service as our first episode ever, but this one is our top 5 favorite anywhere on property ever. So yeah. Alright, do you want to start first? Should we do least favorite or favorite first?
Let's do least favorite. Everybody starts with a favorite. Let's do the least favorite.
So my least favorite, so my number 5, okay, this video thing is weird because it's backwards, so we're going to do this. So my 5th least favorite restaurant is actually Ohana Breakfast.
It is?
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's just a massive bounty plate. What are you on about?
That's exactly what I'm on about. So Disney offers this thing called the Bounty Platter at most quick service restaurants that comes with eggs, bacon, a Mickey waffle, I think a piece of sausage, and a biscuit, and it's like $10. That's pretty much what's on the menu at Ohana, except for you get to meet Lilo, Stitch, Mickey, and I think Pluto.
Yeah.
And it costs like $55 or some asinine price like that. I love Lilo and Stitch. I think Stitch is one of the most fun characters to meet. I think that he's fun and entertaining. And seeing Mickey in a Hawaiian shirt is really cool. But the food is not good. It is not worth $55.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Oh.
I just don't like it.
That's okay.
Alright, what's your least favorite?
We're going to go with Beer Garden.
What? I liked Beer Garden.
I felt rushed in there.
Yeah, and you also had to eat with people you don't know.
Yeah, man, that kind of sometimes ruins the experience.
Although I think our friends at Beer Garden were pretty okay. It was other restaurants, not so much, but Beer Garden, they were fine.
Yeah, but I would try it again, but I felt when I was trying to get the food, people were just trying to push me out of the way. So I didn't even have a chance to even look at the food.
Okay, I'll give you that. Beer Garden can get quite busy, but the inside of it is really cool.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a neat little place.
Again, I would try it again. That might be one experience I had. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
But now that isn't in my top favorites.
Perfect.
It's in my bottom favorite.
Mine, I liked it okay, so it didn't make either list for me. So, all right. So my number 4 is least favorite is San Angel in the Mexico Pavilion in the Chichen Itza. We went there for my birthday. What was it? Last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Whatever trip we were there on my birthday.
But every trip.
Except this upcoming one.
No.
It just, I don't know. The atmosphere was kind of cool, and like eating inside the Mexico Pavilion was cool, but I just didn't like the food. I don't know.
What do you mean? You couldn't even see your food. It's so dark.
That's true. Yeah, I couldn't even see my food. It was dark. It was loud. I think that was probably the kicker for me, is that it was so loud.
And it isn't loud because of the restaurant part. It's loud because the restaurant is in the actual pavilion type thing.
And you're overlooking a ride, so you can, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever eaten on property. I mean, we'll get there. But I don't know. I didn't like the way my food tasted. I didn't like the atmosphere of the restaurant. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
I'm guessing it wasn't for you.
Yeah, so. Next.
Ooh, which one do I pick? Oh, let's do controversy.
Okay.
Casey's Corner.
Why though?
Because the hot dog buns are terrible.
Yeah, they are.
And the hot dogs aren't great.
They're pretty bad. I mean, their corn dog nuggets are delicious.
Yay, one thing on the menu.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. And I didn't put that on my list, but the one kind of negative thing that I will say about Casey's Corner is the seating is terrible. There is definitely not enough seating for people eating their food at Casey's Corner.
That's because everybody takes the seats to watch the fireworks, so just takes the seat regardless.
Right, and there's no real seating or places to sit inside the restaurant either. I mean, there's a couple tables or whatever.
Have you tried standing up eating a foot-long hot dog? Yeah, impossible.
Yeah, so it's just, it's not, it's just not
it's not comfortable.
No, you have to fight for a chair just to eat your food, and it's just, and there's not even a lot of trash cans around there, so you can't even eat over a trash can like you do a food and wine festival.
Not that you really want to eat over a trash can. Hygiene reasons.
Yeah. Anyways.
Ow.
Yes. So my next least favorite, and I am typing a message because I want to. So my next.
She's asking if the dog's going in the garbage, and the answer is it doesn't matter. I just cleaned out the garbage, so there's nothing for her to get.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's just afraid to say it on the podcast because our dog's a little troublemaker.
Yeah, she's a special one. So my next least favorite is Tusker House. And I think that one might be a little controversial too, but maybe not. It's controversial with you.
Yeah, I like Tusker House.
I'm not. Okay, I can be adventurous in some ways, but I am not a very adventurous eater. And Tusker House had a lot of things on the menu that were weird. Or not the menu, on the buffet, sorry. Tusker House is a buffet. The character interaction was incredible. It was so much fun seeing Mickey and Minnie in their, safari outfits. And, they did have a couple things that I would like on the menu because they did have, your normal eggs and bacon and stuff like that. But, there's a lot of, African and Indian inspired things on the menu that were just
amazing.
Kind of weird for me. Sorry.
I liked it.
Sorry, not sorry. I did not like it that much. I might go back, maybe, but it's not something I'm rushing to go back to.
So let's go back.
Okay, if you must.
Okay. You want me to do another one?
Yes, please.
Just because it's payback time. Tapenetto.
No! I like Tapenetto.
It's hibachi.
If it makes you feel any better on this fun controversial one, he doesn't go to hibachi here either.
Yeah, because she sits by herself next to me, if that's the way I can say it.
On the end of the table.
I get stuck between her and some stranger who
was drunk last time we went there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, trashed out of their mind.
Yep. And it wasn't fun, considering I felt cramped because she was all over the place.
Not me, the drunk person.
Yeah, the drunk person. Which one's the drunk person?
It wasn't me.
Just kidding.
Not at Tepanetto.
So if you're seeing a theme here, it's when I go to a restaurant, I like to relax and enjoy the meal.
And me.
I relax and enjoy the meal.
With me.
Yes.
AKA, he doesn't like to eat with people he doesn't know.
No, because you can't relax.
Well, you can't. I don't give a crap.
I do.
Oh, okay. Cool.
At the end. Next.
Alright, so this one kind of might upset a lot of people, and I apologize in advance, especially since I am wearing a Beauty and the Beast shirt. And I love Beauty and the Beast. I themed my wedding after Beauty and the Beast. I love the interior of this restaurant. I love the theming. I think it is absolutely 100% incredible theming. But the food at Be Our Guest is terrible. And it's overpriced. The breakfast food is actually, like, taste-wise, is pretty decent. But $24 for a donut and some fruit is kind of ridiculous.
Don't you mean a cronut?
I do mean a cronut.
Worth it.
Nah, or it is not worth it. When you could go to Epcot and get a cronut for $6.99.
It's a cronut. I don't care.
And like scrambled eggs and a pastry puff and some fruit. Again, not worth $25 plus the cost of a drink. It's just, it is just not worth the money, especially for like breakfast. And then when it was a single dining credit or, not terribly expensive, I mean, the dinner was okay, but like I generally will order steak because everything else on the menu is a little adventurous for me. I'm not like a lamb person, and I don't really like pork chops.
Lamb is the best. Pork chops are great.
No. But like my steak was always overdone.
That's why you should have the lamb.
The French fries are French fries. I mean, it is what it is, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of overpriced, but eating in Beast's Castle is incredible. And maybe the food has gotten better since they've changed to the prefix menu, or prefix, or however the heck you pronounce that. Prefix. We'll call it prefix. That menu, but I mean, we haven't tried it since it changed over to the prefix menu. So maybe it got better, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes for it. I think it's overpriced for what it is, and I think the food could be like a bajillion times better. And whatnot. Lunch is okay. I mean, it's still expensive.
You can have a croque monsieur.
But the lunch food is really good. Like, I have nothing bad to say about the things you can order for lunch. Just breakfast has such teeny weeny little portions, and for two people it's like between $50 and $60 for just the two of us to eat, like, for breakfast. And it's not even a table service at that point. It's a quick service. Sorry. Okay, what's your second least favorite restaurant?
At Kirsch's. But that is because they made you cry.
They did. On my birthday. On my 30th birthday.
So I hold a grudge.
Yeah.
But that person probably doesn't work there anymore that served us, because it was one of those college internship ones.
Disney College Program?
That the one.
Well, the manager was really nice, though.
Yeah.
Kinda. He gave us a fast pass for Frozen after it had just opened.
Because I'm scary and I get free stuff.
Okay, so, like, what ended up happening is they checked us in, but then they forgot about us. So we were waiting in the area after You Meet Belle to be seated, and they kept taking people that had come in after us, and they kept seating them, and they kept seating them, and they kept seating them. And so finally we asked somebody, we're like, well, hey, All these people came in after us, and we still don't have a table. And at this point, it now had been over 45 minutes. And they're like, oh, well, what's your last name? So we gave them our name or whatever, and then they're like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry, whatever. And they took us to a table. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I'm like, and I could see right on the thing that it said celebration, you know. I was like, yeah, we're celebrating my 30th birthday, you know. And she was all like, oh, that's so fun, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we interacted a little bit. So then she's like, all right, well, let me take your drink orders. She didn't bring our drinks back for almost an hour. An hour for a Diet Coke. And by that time, I was starving. So, I mean, it's part buffet, part not buffet. So, like, I mean, they didn't even tell us that we could go up to the buffet at this point. So, like, I don't know. Do you want to finish telling the story?
No, you're doing a very good job. Let's just say it was very upsetting, annoying, and we're taking a break from the place.
Yeah, we haven't been there since my 30th birthday, and I turn 34 next month.
And we used to go there every year.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, not only that, too, but again, it's one of those things where Ellie's not a particularly adventurous eater, and this was a dinner reservation that we had gone to on my birthday, and a lot of the menu choices were kind of weird, like extremely weird, and yeah, breakfast at a Kirsch's is amazing, absolutely 100%. The food is fantastic as long as you stay away from the pickled fish. I mean, if you like,
I love pickled fish.
If you like pickled fish and pickled fish is your jam, then
pickled herring is amazing.
No.
Yum.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
So, anyways, I mean, if you like pickled fish or whatever, like, go for it. It's on the buffet, but, like, the breakfast menu is really, really good. The dinner menu, there is a lot of, like, interesting Scandinavian dishes on there that I, again, miss not adventurous eater over here. Just, I don't know. They made me cry on my birthday, so.
The end.
The end.
All right. Now you're thinking you should have put that on your list.
No, because I would give it another chance, maybe in 5 more years.
Yeah, give it 10.
When I'm done holding a grudge. But
right.
It's one of those, it's not my least favorite, and it's definitely not in my favorite anymore. At one time, it would have been in my top 5 favorites. Okay, so here is probably the most controversial restaurant that I'm going to say, but, and don't hate me, I think that Cape May Cafe is the worst restaurant on Disney property. I hate it. I cannot stand it. If we never eat at Cape May Cafe again, I would literally probably not shed any kind of a tear because I thought it was absolutely the worst, hands down, flat out, the worst restaurant on property. It's disgusting. The service is terrible. And it was slow the night that we went last year. The service was horrible. The crab legs were overcooked and soggy, and they were super extra fishy tasting, and not in like a good, oh my god, this is seafood way. The shrimp was horrible, like it had been left out for a million years. And again, we were one of the first people at the buffet that night because we had a reservation pretty much right after they opened. The fish was gross. The crab legs were gross. The rest of the buffet was lacking. I mean, there was like 4 choices on the buffet. Maybe not 4, but you know what I mean. The carving station was way overdone, and the desserts were all dry. It was awful. I'm sorry. It was the most disappointing restaurant reservation that I've ever made, and I wanted my money and my time back because every single person that I've ever talked to says that they absolutely love Cape May and it is the best restaurant, and if you like seafood, that's the place you gotta go. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Blah, 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 blah. It sucks.
I'm taking she didn't like it.
No. No. I'm done.
Alright.
I hate Cape May Cafe.
So, another controversial one.
See, I told you it would be worth it for this episode.
Let's do Crystal Palace.
No, I love Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh's cool. Winnie the Pooh's cool. And, well, that's it. The food is meh. That's not that great.
No, it's pretty bad.
It's kind of a confusing buffet because it doesn't make any sense.
They're getting better though. The last time we went there and had the buffet, it wasn't like the worst thing ever though. So they are getting they have taken notice that a lot of people have complained about the food. So I feel like they've been getting a little better.
Okay, I'll give it another chance. Just because you want to see Winnie the Pooh again.
Pretty much.
Or Winnie the Pooh.
I will not be giving Cape May Cafe another chance ever. Like, we won't ever go there again.
Maybe one day.
You can go by yourself. I'll go get dinner somewhere else. But I will never.
Okay, you can go to Tepanetto. I'll go to
I
Cape
will
May.
never eat at Cape May again. It's so bad. Please continue to listen to this podcast after that.
This is why I want to do the worst first. Then we'll do the good ones, and then you can be controversial against us.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so go for your number 5 favorite restaurant.
These aren't really put in any order. So, we'll go for number 5, Earl of Sandwich.
Yum!
I love Earl of Sandwich. It's just, we can never always get it because the line's so ridiculously long to get it.
That's so true.
And I know Earl of Sandwich is in other locations, but we don't have one around here. And even if we did, I'd still put it in my top list.
Yeah.
It's never done me wrong.
Nope. Even in the Philadelphia airport, when our plane was delayed, on the way back from England, it did us right.
Yeah. Never does me wrong.
Yeah, it was good. So my number 5 is Splitsville. And I know that's kind of a weird one because...
I'm thinking something to do with sushi here.
It is. Because it's like, well, what's a bowling alley got to do with food? But, like, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Okay.
She's going to tell you.
They have this sushi roll, and I can't think of the name, but it's a shrimp roll, and then they pile it high with, like, spicy crab meat. And it is hands down one of the best sushi rolls that I've had on Disney property. Not the best, but one of the best. It's absolutely incredible, and it surprised me completely because it's a bowling alley. And I don't, you don't expect top quality food from a bowling alley, but not only was the sushi really good, but some of the other appetizers that we picked out were really good, and they give you these, like, bottle things, and you can fill them with alcoholic drinks, and then the refills are only $10, and there's this beverage called Swamp Water that's really fantastic. It is alcoholic, so you have to be 21 or older to enjoy it, but it is absolutely fantastic, and one of the kind of, I think, best kind of deals, if you will, on property. Because, like, the first one, obviously, is, like, $16 or $17 because you get to keep this little bottle that it comes in. It's a souvenir bottle. But then $10 for refills. So, like, if you get it early enough in the night and then you come back to Splitsville that night, you can get a $10 refill. I mean, come on. That's awesome. And it's good. You can also get, like, a margarita or, I think, like, a Bahama Mama or, like, a pina colada or whatever, too. So, other choices as well.
Pina colada. Oh, sorry.
Next.
Oh, next. No more singing. I'm going to go with Rosencrown.
Ooh, I like Rosencrown. I did not put that on my list, but I like it too.
I just like the atmosphere. Being British, it's nice to hear some accents around.
And they have sticky toffee pudding.
And they have sticky toffee pudding, which is amazing. The good beers. They got lots of good beers.
The Welsh Dragon is really good too.
I am Welsh.
I don't even like gin or vermouth, but it's really good.
But yeah, it's just nice. You can just have fish and chips. Just something nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
It's very good. And also, I think we mentioned this in a different podcast, but if you can get a reservation at the right time for Rosencrown, you can get a spectacular view of the Epcot nighttime show, which for the time being, for about another 2 weeks, is Illuminations. And then after that, you'll get a really good spot for Epcot Forever. And then Harmonious in 2020 sometime.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So my number 4 favorite is Deluxe Burger at Disney Springs. So it's kind of like a Five Guys. But the cool thing about Deluxe is that not only do you kind of customize your burger and make it amazing, but then when you get the fries, you can also pick from like 9 different sauces.
All 9.
Yeah, or you can get all 9 of them. But yeah, so the fries you can dip in all these different sauces, and it's really good. The curry ketchup was really good. The horsey mayo was really good. And there were a bunch of other sauces that were really good. The garlic one was really good. The chipotle one was really good. So, I mean, all the sauces were really good for the most part. But it's kind of like, it works like a Five Guys if you've ever been to a Five Guys. So, like, you kind of tell them what you want on your burger, so you can kind of customize it that way. Or you can pick from one of their, like,
pre-made
toppinged
things,
burger, if you will. But yeah, so it's really good. It's yummy, and it's probably one of the better values on Disney property because it's not that expensive. No. I mean, it's expensive compared to
it's cheap for
being
Disney,
at home.
let's just say.
Yeah, it's cheap for Disney.
Yes.
Okay, go.
So, talking about cheap for Disney, Blaze Pizza. That is my next one. And we just got one here, which I'm excited about.
Check out our review. It's a couple videos ago, but check out our video review of Blaze Pizza.
But it's another one that's good value for money, and it's good pizza.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Can't go wrong, and we've had experiences where they gave us free stuff. It's a great place.
That does not happen all the time, though.
No. It's the end of the night kind of thing. Doesn't happen all the time. Depends on who's there.
Yeah, it was a magic moment.
I'll do little disclaimers really fast, and nobody understands what I'm saying. See, okay.
Oh, like those car commercials.
Yes.
Blah blah blah. Something APR must be a qualified buyer. Blah 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 blah.
So yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it, but it's got a lot busier now than it used to be.
Yeah. And the nice thing, I mean, I guess not that it's could be nice however way you look at it, but there are so many new restaurants at Disney Springs too, so like if a line is too long at one place, it's easy enough to go somewhere else, which doesn't help with Blaze's deliciousness. But if the line does get too long,
Deluxe is usually quieter out of the 3. If you go with like Earl, Blaze, Deluxe is usually the quietest.
Usually, not always.
No. Blaze is amazing.
It really is. It truly and really is.
If you love pizza, you should love Blaze.
Yeah.
Unless you're from Chicago, because it's a different pizza.
Yeah. It's definitely not deep dish at all.
If you're from Detroit, it's a different pizza.
It's a very thin crusted pizza.
From Italy, it's a different pizza.
Okay, are you done?
It's good. Now I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so my third favorite restaurant in all of Disney is Ohana for dinner. All you people were all like, you just said Ohana was one of your least favorites. I did. But Ohana dinner is one of my absolute favorite restaurants on property. So there's no characters for dinner, but it operates kind of like a Brazilian steakhouse during the dinner run. So you get this amazing bread at the beginning with a sweet butter. No, the bread is sweet pineapple with a butter. It's really good. And then your second course is this really delicious salad, and it's all you care to enjoy, which is great. It is served family style, but you don't have to sit with people you don't know, which is great for this one.
Oh, me.
And then they come out with part of your main course, which is these incredible pot stickers, and the noodles are freaking amazing. They're so good. And then chicken wings and veggies. The chicken wings are kind of Polynesian style sauce, so it's really good. And then they come around to your table with all these like skewers of meat and shrimp, and I have never, ever left Ohana dinner not feeling like I was about to die from, eating way too much, because the food is just that good. It is literally like one of those things where I'm like, oh my god, you need to wheel me back to my hotel in a wheelbarrow.
Did you mention dessert?
No, I didn't. Do you want to talk about that?
Was it bread pudding?
It is bread pudding.
Yes. It's amazing. It's huge. And when it's just two of us having it.
It's so good.
I have to finish it, though.
But yeah, it is. It's one of those things where going to Ohana, I mean, literally, probably should go into Ohana not eating anything all day, because you will leave Ohana feeling like you need to just go back to bed and collapse, because like you couldn't possibly do anything else, because it's so good and you just eat so much.
So, here's the thing.
What?
We have the same top two,
Oh.
except we just have different number ones.
Oh, so they're reversed.
So, I'll do my number one and you do your number one. How's that?
Okay.
Because my number one's her number two, and her number one's my number two.
I think you're confusing me.
Okay, so my number one, which is your number two, is Trattoria al Forno.
Or Trattoria al Forno.
Forno.
Yes.
Can never say the name. I just love it.
Yes, and we're talking about breakfast.
Yes, the breakfast is the only one we've had, but it's amazing, and we've done a podcast episode on that.
We did, yeah. So, I mean, it was just a couple weeks ago, too. So, go back and listen to that one. But the Trattoria al Forno breakfast is absolutely incredible. We won't talk about it too much because, like I said, just 2 weeks ago or so, we did a full-on dining review on it. It is that good. Absolutely that good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, your number one, my number two, do drum. I'm sorry for the listeners out there hearing the drums beat on the microphone.
Oh, wow, that's really loud.
Being obnoxious. Because she doesn't understand how audio works. I tried to stop her. I apologize.
Sorry.
Alright.
Okay.
You're number one. My number two.
California, yeah. Bow, ba-dum, bow, 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 bow.
Oh, now that she's just tormenting you.
California Grill! Yay!
Yeah, it's about time she said it. Instead of deafening everybody.
Sorry.
With the drums and the music.
Shh, I'm just so excited. California Grill is amazing. So, in this particular instance, we are talking purely about dinner because we have not tried the brunch yet. But we will give you a full review of the brunch in a couple weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. Well, that's when our trip starts. California Grill dinner is absolutely fantastic. It is an atmosphere like no other. So you are having your dinner on the 14th floor of the Contemporary Resort overlooking the Magic Kingdom. Or depending on what part of the restaurant you are, you can totally see Tower of Terror and Epcot and Swan and Dolphin. And Animal Kingdom.
And the Orlando Eye.
Oh, yes, and the Orlando Eye. So, yeah, it's so far above all the parks and things that depending on the night, well, depending on the day, depending on the night, you can definitely see as far as the eye will let you, which is really cool. But it's such a relaxed atmosphere. It's got such a modern and chic vibe. They have like every kind of wine you could possibly imagine. They even have like a wine area in the back, which is really neat.
There's some good beers too.
They do. And some good cocktails as well.
And some good water, if you like water.
Not Victoria and Albert's water though, where you have to pay like $1,000 for it, but you know. So California Grill has kind of a unique menu. So they have sushi, which California Grill has some of my favorite sushi on all of Walt Disney World property. But they also have like wood-fired pizzas, and then they also have incredible steaks And they also have just really kind of unique, very unique menu items, which Ben's trying to get the dog up on his lap.
Oh, looking very well.
And he had to take her collar off because her collar's got the phone numbers on it.
Come
There we go. Say hello, Tinkerbell. Okay, so there's Bitey. So yeah, so California Grill, and if you eat there at any point during the day and you just save your receipt, you can come back up there to watch the fireworks. But if you eat up there during Happily Ever After or any of the other fireworks specials during the, Halloween or Christmas parties, you have this super unique opportunity to see the fireworks from above Magic Kingdom, and it just gives you a totally unique and interesting perspective while you are having this absolutely incredible meal. And the service is always 100% at California Grill. I mean, I don't know that we've ever had bad service there.
And the steak is really good.
Mm-hmm. It is. Would you like to talk a little bit more about California Grill, please?
No, I just like steak. And the steak is perfect. Basically, it's melts in the mouth steak. It's
very good.
It's one of the best steaks on property, I think, I've had.
And also some of the best sushi on property as well.
Yes.
And even including Japan and Teppanetto and the other restaurants. With that being said, we haven't been to the new Japanese restaurant yet, but
one day.
Honestly, California Grill it is from start to finish. It's incredible. The atmosphere is wonderful. It's super romantic, but it's also fun, and the view is just stunning. How many other times can you say, oh my goodness, I am eating and I am overlooking Magic Kingdom while I eat my food? So amazing. And then during the fireworks, you can actually get up and go on to the viewing pavilion and be outside and view the fireworks. So it's just really cool.
Yes, it's very cool as I'm being attacked by a dog.
Yeah, not really attacked, just kissed.
Yes.
For those of you listening and who cannot see the crazy
she's
happening
attacking with
me.
kisses.
She loves the kisses.
Oh, now she's eating my finger, but...
Yeah, well... Alright, so those are our top 5 least favorite restaurants on all of Disney World property.
Yeah.
So, leave us a comment down below. Tell us your favorite and least favorite restaurants on property. If you're listening to us on the podcast, on your podcast app, leave us a comment on our podcast and let us know. Let us know what your favorite restaurants are, because we want to know. We want to know what you love, what you don't love. If you totally hate us now because you love Cape May Cafe.
Sorry.
Or if you agree with us because maybe...
You hate Cape May Cafe.
You hate Cape May Cafe. Right. There's got to be somebody else out there in the world that hates Cape May Cafe with as much of a passion as I do. Or somebody that loves California Grill as much as we do. So we would love to hear from you. So please comment below. Let us know what your favorite and least favorite restaurants are. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video comes out. And as always, we like to end our videos with the fun stuff. You can always get your 20% off Parks Ears with LilshopofMagic's code, LilShop20. I am a brand rep for her. I guess I probably should have put this disclaimer a long time ago, but she does not pay me for this. I order the ears, I pay for the ears. I just love them, and wouldn't have agreed to be a brand rep if I didn't love the ears. So definitely 100% go grab your ears and get your 20% off. And the same thing goes for Ashley. When we recommend her travel services, I actually used to work with her when I was a travel agent, so I can vouch for her and tell you that she plans absolutely wonderful trips. I sat next to her for a year and a half before she moved on to her own agency. So if you do need a travel agent, if you need help booking your trip, A-Mark Travel, both links are on our website, so please go ahead and check them out. And yeah, we'll be back next week at our regularly scheduled Sunday night. We apologize for the lateness of this episode, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.